What's up, everybody? It's Steve with Press Start News, back again with another Video Games Monthly unboxing. And I got a few recent pickups. We'll go through everything real quick. So let's get started. Alright, so we got the Video Games Monthly box here. This is the box for November 2017. For those that don't know, if this is your first time catching one of these, Video Games Monthly is a subscription service where you sign up for either 3, 4, 5, or 10 games. They send you video games ranging from Atari. I think now they actually might even go to last gen, so maybe Xbox and PS3. I know they do Wii. So all the way up through there, even handheld systems like Game Boy and so forth. I get just retro cartridges, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Genesis, Nintendo 64. So let's open it up. Let's see what's in here. Prop up. Alright, so every month they send you a little card like this one telling you to update your library 5 days before the end of the month. And I'm pretty sure that I did. So, and there's always a little extra item. This looks like a flashlight. Yeah, it's a flashlight. I'm getting here real quick. Then we'll move on. So it's got a keychain, flashlight. There's something about the battery on here. Oh, the battery got wrapping on it. Oh yeah, it's completely covered in plastic. Let's see if that's the right way. I think it should be. Not going in well. There we go. There it is. So that's pretty cool. I'll definitely be putting this on my keychain. It's got the logo of the company on the side. I'll be putting this on my keychain because I don't have a light on there, and I always end up using my phone for a flashlight, so that's good. Alright, let's get to the games. That's what you came here for, right? Alright, so let's see right off the bat. I see, we'll start with this one. I got a 64 game, Pilotwings 64. I have Pilotwings on Super Nintendo. I don't think I've ever played the 64 version, but I remember this coming out. So I have no idea if it's any good, but I've heard people talking about it like it's pretty good, so hopefully. I got a Genesis game, Mortal Kombat 3. Got Mortal Kombat 2 on Genesis. Don't think I have one, so I need to get one, and then I'll have all of those. Well, of course, mine is Ultimate, which is Ultimate MK3, which is basically another version of this. And then we've got 3 NES cartridges. Double Dragon 2, The Revenge. I don't remember if I ever played the second one on Nintendo. It's kind of more of the same if I remember correctly. The first one I remember playing, it was unnecessarily hard. But Double Dragon was never necessarily an easy game. But I remember the first one you can play 2-player. I think this one you can. So that was a big benefit there. And so I remember it shows you the little car where you have to update your list. I'm not sure. I know I updated my list. I don't remember if I did it in time or not. But I got another Simon's Quest, Castlevania 2, which they sent me last month. So I'm not sure if that was a oops on their part or my part. I don't know. But hey, it is what it is. The last one is Silent Service. So remember this, it's like a submarine kind of a strategy game made by Ultra Games, which is Konami. Labels coming up a little bit in that corner and on the top, but that's okay. I'm not that big on how the labels are. It's more about playing the games as long as they work. You know. Alright, let's get those out of the way. So that's the VGM box. I get 5. That was 5. Let's move all of this stuff out of the way so I can get to the other stuff. So going to start in, oops, a little bit of a reverse order than I normally do. Usually I do carts first and discs later. I'm going to start with the discs first because they came first. So first one, I was so happy to find a copy of this. This is Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic for the original Xbox. And if you don't know, the Xbox backward compatibility for Xbox One with the original Xbox games has been released, and this was actually on the list. So I happened to get this a little bit just before that came out. So I was really, really happy to run up on a copy of this. It is the Platinum Hits edition, but I just care about the game. I'm not that picky on, which version it is. The game is the same. A couple Wii games. I normally don't pick up Wii games, but I like light gun shooters, and this was always one of my favorites. This is House of the Dead 2 and 3 Return. Is that how you say it? Yeah, 2 and 3 Return. So this is actually, like it says, House of the Dead 2 and House of the Dead 3 on one disc, and I don't think I have this one. I have Overkill, but I didn't have this one. So I was glad to run across that. And just because it was there and it's Mario and it was the one in the red box, I picked up New Super Mario Brothers Wii. And because it was complete and it was in great condition. So, a couple bucks, can pass that up. Alright, moving on. I got a few GameCube games. I actually ran up on these at a flea market. The guy, he was he had a GameCube and a PS2 sitting next to each other that were for sale. And then there was this random DVD case that was sitting there. So I asked him, I looked inside and I saw a stack of GameCube games in there, just loose discs. And I asked him, what the deal was with those, and he said, well, those supposed to go with the GameCube, but I give them $2 a piece. So I grabbed 4 of them out of that stack, and I got some empty cases, so I printed some covers just so that they look nice on the shelf and the discs weren't just sitting loose. So I got Mario Party 4, Teen Titans, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Strikers, which I never really played this one before, but I've seen some footage of it. I've never really been big into soccer games, but this one actually looks pretty fun. The only other game he had that was of note was SSX Tricky, which I already have, so I left that one behind. Alright, on to a couple of little cartridges I got here. I picked up Super Sprint, the Tengen version. Well, I think that might be the only version on NES. Gradius, which is a great game. Actually, last month I started to pick this up and I passed on it and I got, Star Soldier instead. But I regretted it, and so when I went back, I saw it, and I was like, yes, I'm gonna go ahead and get it this time. So I'm not leaving it again. I went over to another guy that he's I get that little piece right there. I keep messing with it. Sorry. He's always been pretty reliable on what he actually has available. I mean, the guy has everything, but his prices are usually, they're fair, but they are market value, so I'm not getting like the super deal on it. But if I grab, a few things, he usually cuts me a deal. But I wanted to grab something from him because I wanted to get something a little more harder to find, things that I don't come across that often unless I go to him. Now something I'll find loose in a while, and I found a copy of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighters on Super Nintendo, and this actually completes the cartridge Turtles games that I needed for Nintendo. I don't have Hyperstone Heights on Genesis, so I still need that one. I forgot about that one, but I have Turtles in Time and the first 3 on the original Nintendo, and then this was the only Super Nintendo one I was missing, so I was glad to pick that up. And it's actually a pretty decent game. It's not the greatest fighting game, but at that time they were still trying to figure out how to make a fighting game and not be Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat, but not be too far away from those. And so this kind of had a little bit of a happy middle ground. I wish there was more well-known characters in it. There's a lot of characters from the comic books that they put in there, but it's still a decent game. So moving on. After I left there, I just happened to turn around and there was this guy had this booth. I guess he saw like a lot of random electronics, but he's a big box. Saw Xbox One controllers in there, and the price was too good to pass up. He wanted $25 for them. They were still in the box, and most of them were sealed. The boxes weren't all in the best condition, so you can see this one is kind of beat up over here in the corners and stuff, but it was still sealed. It was brand new. So I picked this up, so you can see it looks fantastic. The blue one looks amazing, and he had different colors, the white one, different variations of the black one with Bluetooth, without. I think there was one with possibly with a play charge kit. I didn't really look at that close because I have a black one. I didn't really want another black one. I wanted a different color, and I did need the play charge kit. And the green one that comes with the Battlefield 2 S model, that's green with the orange trim on the thumbsticks. So yeah, I'll probably go back and get at least one more controller from him so I can have a set of 4. But last couple of things, and these actually just arrived today. I've been waiting on these to show up. A Super Game Boy. I keep passing this up, and every time I pass it up I regret it, go back, and they're gone. So I finally went ahead and I actually ordered this off of Amazon from a third-party seller, because I was ordering this last thing, which is the Hyperkin 60 to 70 pin adapter for the NES. So if you remember some videos back, I happened to stumble across a bunch of Famicom carts at a Goodwill, and I have not been able to play them because I do not have one of these adapters. And I've been looking for some, and they were not. Most of the ones, I'm a little cheap sometimes, and most of the ones I was coming across were 30, 40, sometimes a little bit more than that actually work in the front loader. I have a front loader, I don't have a top loader. There's other ones that you can get for real cheap, like, you know, $15 or something like that, that work only in the top loader. There's apparently some other chips or something that are supposed to be in it. And so it doesn't work on the front loader. But this one, Hyperkin just came out with this one, and I haven't even taken it out of the box. I'm going to do another video that you'll see in a couple days that is an unboxing and a test of this adapter, like a little, basic little review. But this was $12, I think, on Amazon. So went ahead and picked that up. So I can't wait to open this up and give it a spin. But that's everything. Not much, not a big month. Did very little going out and grabbing stuff. I've been working on a lot of other things. So that's all for this month. Hopefully I'll have a bigger pickup next time. May grab some of those PC games I dug out of my dad's that I haven't shown you guys yet. I've been meaning to do that. It's so much stuff, and there's still more I haven't even gotten yet. So but we'll get around to that. But that's all. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up and make this a quick, short one. Make sure to click that like, click the bell, so you know when we put up another video, as well as subscribe so that we show up in your YouTube feed. And that's it. Hit us up in the comments. Let me know what you think about any of these games. If you think I made some bad choices, some good choices, any good come-ups, maybe any fun facts that I don't know about them, throw it at me. Alright, get out of here. Later.